What is going on, everybody? Welcome back into the channel. My name is Rock Soldier, and today we're gonna be reacting to Solitude by J.Kill. Older track, says 4 years ago, but I'm super excited to check out this one, guys. We're gonna hop right into this thing. Let's get it.
I'm hungry.
Is this for YouTube?
Yep. It is.
Woo! YouTube! I'm Wolf. Welcome to Gatlinburg.
I respect it. I was just out filming around, like that's what I would want somebody to do.
Yeah. So step into my section where we go has no direction. I'm far from perfection, but still I feel like I'm great. Not the greatest, but I'm working at it. Uncertain at times, I'm bad at procrastinating, but not on these words that I write. So much more optimistic on this topic. Listen, I'm talking business. My lyrics stalking interest. My opposition, I kill them. I swear I ain't a villain, but all this hatred in the world has got me feeling like a hero. Nobody's perfect, yeah, I know you've heard this. On the surface, you can't tell who really is a serpent. Inside this world is turning so vicious. I'm burning these bridges that I've accumulated over ages. I'm stating that I've upgraded. Shout out Sinatra, not lacking logic. I'm stacking profit. I'm back in action. Please check.
Okay, he's just going right into it, man. I like this, man. This already reminds me of the last J.Kill track we just did, which I believe was titled Lion. In just terms of like beat and like vibe to it, right? Like it's got the same kind of pace, that chill kind of just cruising vibe, right? But yeah, I mean, wow, he just went crazy. I was not expecting that. This is like, I actually love when he raps like this because he doesn't do it that often, right? Oh my goodness, where do we even start with this? Okay, so not the greatest, but I'm working at it. Uncertain at times, I'm bad at procrastinating, but not on these words that I write. I actually really like that line, right? Because you know, something, I mean, it's okay to be uncertain, right? Like he puts here, but he says I'm bad at procrastinating, which is the part I really like, because it means even though he's uncertain, he's still kind of just doing stuff, right? He may not know if it's the right thing to do, or the right like road to take, so to speak, or the right process to something, right? But he's still just doing it, right? Because he can't just sit around and do nothing. But when it comes to music, obviously it's a lot easier for him. There's no like uncertainty, right? It's very natural to him, is what he's saying. Where else do we go? I honestly just gotta go back and listen again. We're gonna bring it back a little bit.
Optimistic on this topic. Listen, I'm talking business. My lyrics stalking interest. My opposition, I kill them. I swear I ain't a villain, but all this hatred in the world has got me feeling like a hero. Nobody's perfect, yeah, I know you've heard this. On the surface, you can't tell who really is a serpent. Inside this world is turning so vicious. I'm burning these bridges that I've accumulated over ages. I'm stating that I've upgraded. Shout out Sinatra, not lacking logic. I'm stacking profit. I'm back in action. Please check the caption if you're feeling backwards. I felt the way you felt before, but now I'm moving forward.
And he kind of just snapped right there in those two lines. Shout out Sinatra, not lacking logic. I'm stacking profit. I'm back in action, right? You know, I'm sure for those of you that listen to Logic already know this, right? But Logic also likes to go by the name Young Sinatra, which is kind of like an homage to Frank Sinatra. Frank Sinatra is a huge influence on Logic, and kind of what Logic has done in his career. So he's kind of here. Jake is kind of also nodding Frank Sinatra, but also nodding towards Logic as well, which is kind of cool. And I also like the line he follows up with is, please check the caption if you're feeling backwards, right? The title of the track is Solitude, right? So if you're feeling kind of out of place, feeling backwards, you know, sometimes solitude can be the answer. I know Jake has definitely talked about this before in other songs, how kind of when, you know, if he's just in his own head or just kind of things just don't seem to be going right or whatever it is, he definitely likes to deal with them kind of by himself in his own way, on his own time, right? So far, this song is really fucking smooth.
I'm stating that I've upgraded. Shout out Sinatra, not lacking logic. I'm stacking profit. I'm back in action. Please check the caption if you're feeling backwards. I felt the way you felt before, but now I'm moving forward. I finally learned the little things are big to look towards. I keep my head up like it's set up on a centerpiece. I'm hard at work and I've been searching for my inner peace. Had it by the grip, it slipped, and now I'm living in a dream. Sometimes I wake up and I feel just like I'm in between reality. I know that sometimes that's just how it be. I hope they're proud of me for everything everything that I've accomplished. But one thing that I know is I won't stop this. Too many options. I gotta live it how I want it. I'ma get it poppin', prosper. Nowadays I'd rather keep to myself.
That was smooth, man. I mean, just like rip that whole verse, right? And that was such like a lengthy verse too, and it was so clean and well delivered in my opinion. Yeah, so then it kind of goes into this very like relatable part of the verse, right, where kind of describes kind of being in that in between that kind of makes him want to be kind of in solitude, right? Kind of just do his own thing and kind of deal with things in his own way, but also kind of acknowledges that like, hey, I do this too, and it's okay if you do it, right? There's nothing wrong with that necessarily, right?
That I've accomplished. So one thing that I know is I won't stop this. Too many options. I gotta live it how I want it. I'ma get it poppin', prosper. Nowadays I'd rather keep to myself. Nowadays I'd rather keep to myself. Ask me where I'm at, I'll probably tell you that I'm in hell. Just so hopefully nobody wanna follow me there. Yeah. Nowadays I'd rather keep to myself. Nowadays I'd rather keep to myself. Ask me where I'm at, I'll probably tell you that I'm in hell. Just so hopefully nobody wanna follow me there. Yeah.
Just keep the solitude.
Burning bridges and earning digits and curving limits. I'm listening to my intuition, no pessimism. Grip the wheel and steer it right into my destiny. This is just an interlude, man, y'all ain't seen the best of me. Check the recipe, it's loaded with persistence. I'm overly vicious when it comes to molding my wishes. I go and I get it, there's nothing slowing my vision. Gas up the engine, this is ascension, let's ease attention. As I envision on this mountain peak of where I'm about to be, begin to check my surroundings, no one there to surround me. Never thought I'd see London, it's crazy what I'm becoming. Felt like I was in the gutter, now I feel like I'm at the summit. Sometimes, maybe not all the time. Everybody's got their up and down, it's so crazy, right? Living these hazy times, that's my state of mind. Rather be up in the stars, far from this base of mine. Where I've been stationed for seasons, just trying to speak what I'm feeling. I peel it layer by layer till I'm only left with a prayer. But I keep it together cause it's now or never. I keep the journey unfolding even though I'm feeling weathered. Yeah.
Yeah, I like that, man. I think that was clean as well, man. That was really good. And I think it kind of went back to kind of what he was saying a little bit at the beginning of the first verse, right? Especially here at the beginning of the second verse where he says, this is just an interlude, man. Y'all ain't seen the best of me. Check the recipe. It's loaded with persistence. Kind of makes me go back to the part where he was saying that he's bad at procrastination, right? So kind of, also touching on that, uses that to kind of segue into this part where he just describes it. He just keeps going, right? He just keeps going. And he uses that. What'd you say here? He said where he's like, there's nothing slow in my vision. Gas up the engine. This is ascension. Let's ease the tension, right? Kind of just describing that like fiery work ethic, right? That was clean bar. I mean, I like that. That was clean verse. I meant to say.
Layer by layer till I'm only left with a prayer. But I keep it together cause it's now or never. I keep the journey unfolding even though I'm feeling weathered. Yeah. Nowadays I'd rather keep to myself. Nowadays I'd rather keep to myself. Ask me where I'm at, I'll probably tell you that I'm in hell. Just so hopefully nobody wanna follow me there. Yeah. Nowadays I'd rather keep to myself. Nowadays I'd rather keep to myself. Ask me where I'm at, I'll probably tell
I bet you this place is like absolutely beautiful, like when it's not winter.
Nowadays I'd rather keep to myself. Nowadays I'd rather keep to myself. Ask me where I'm at, I'll probably tell you that I'm in hell. Just so hopefully nobody wanna follow me there. Yeah. Nowadays I'd rather keep to myself. Nowadays I'd rather keep to myself. Ask me where I'm at, I'll probably tell you that I'm in hell. Just so hopefully nobody wanna follow me there. Yeah.
Really does kind of have like that Logic feel. Right? This is definitely like a beat that like Logic would do. All right, so that was Solitude by Jake Hill, and like I said, I love this track, man. Like I said, it very much reminded me of Lion, the one we just did, and they both kind of have the same kind of vibe, same kind of feel, and I really like that track as well, man. I mean, they both kind of just give this very vibey, driving like cruising type of feel, man. Definitely like a relatable message, because I'm sure we all kind of get into those times where we kind of just want to go into solitude, right, and kind of just deal with things how we deal with them, you know, on an individual level. And I don't think there's anything, you know, wrong with that. So I gotta say, overall, man, I really enjoyed this track. So I appreciate the recommendation. I certainly enjoyed it, and hopefully you guys did as well. And if you did, please make sure to leave a like, hit that sub button, hit that bell, and we're dropping the next one. That's all I got for you guys for now. It's your boy Rock Soldier. Hope you have a great rest of your night. Even better tomorrow. I'll talk to you guys in the next one. All right, guys. Peace.